How Trump's America First has really, on trade agreements, really makes America last. I'm Michael Fjetland. I've negotiated legal deals for American Fortune 500 companies and small ones in dozens of countries around the world and seen firsthand what it takes to sell American goods internationally. First of all, the phony fact number one, that trade agreements like NAFTA allow companies to move jobs overseas. Well, I got news for you, newsflash, you don't need a trade agreement to move jobs overseas, folks. All you need is to move jobs overseas. All those jobs that went to China, starting with Walmart in the 90s, pushing all their suppliers overseas, there's no trade agreement with China. No. Why did they go there? Lower costs. Why can you make a car at $25 an hour here per labor when the same labor in Mexico or India would cost $5 an hour, a fraction, to screw the wheel on the car day in, day out, day in, day out? You're not making rockets, folks. Almost anybody can do this. So it will seek the lowest cost. What does a trade agreement do? Actually, the trade agreements like NAFTA benefit Americans more than the international companies for a simple reason. There are hardly any tariffs on products coming into America, which is great because when you buy that solar panel or washing machine, until now, you paid the pretty low price of whatever it took to make the thing wherever it was made. Trump's 30% tariff on those washing machines and solar panels now means that, hey, it's going to trip in, you're going to pay 30% more for that device. Did you get a 30% pay raise? Don't think so. So basically, it's a tax, 30% on that product by tariff. This is what led to the Great Depression, and all the countries that started doing trade tariffs ended up killing all the jobs, and therefore it made it even worse. Now, here's the thing. Basically, when we had factories here, if you tried to export it to Mexico, it would cost more. 10%, 20%, whatever that tariff was. Sometimes we had to move a plant into that territory to avoid that cost, and therefore those jobs had to go. With NAFTA, you could still make the product here in the U.S., ship it into NAFTA, into Mexico, and not pay the tariff. Let me give you a good example. American companies competing with Canadian companies for a Brazilian contract off the map. $200 million telecommunications equipment. Where did that contract go? Well, Canada had a trade agreement with Brazil that eliminated the 10% tariff on those goods going into Brazil. America had no trade agreement with Brazil, so therefore our price was 10% higher. Meaning on a $200 million contract, the penalty price, $20 million. Knocked us out because that's not a small chunk of change. So trade agreements actually produce jobs that would have come here to the U.S., but they went to Canada because we had no trade agreement. That is what's going on. In fact, we have the best opportunity to take what we have without the tariffs and continue to enhance these agreements, but throwing them out is going to end up costing a lot more American jobs, like right now in the solar industry, losing jobs because of these stupid tariffs. So basically what Trump is doing is not America first. It's going to make America last. And it's a stupid move by an ignorant man who has no clue how any of this works, but it sounds good to his voters who haven't got a clue because they haven't been doing this work the last 20 odd years that I've been doing this work and really seen what it's like in the real world, representing American companies, selling American products overseas to countries that put up every kind of barrier you can think of, and the only way to get rid of that is with a trade agreement. I wrote about a lot of this in my book, Better Times Ahead. AprilFool.com is the website. Check that out. Learn a little bit, because don't be led astray by politicians peddling malarkey and trying to tell you that chicken salad is, not really chicken shit, because it's going to end up hurting more American jobs, just like the solar jobs that are going to be lost. More people are employed in the solar industry than the coal industry. Solar is the new thing, coal is the out thing. And he's killing our industries in the new emerging technologies that we really need to compete with the rest of the world as we all move into that area. And this is why I'm writing this video, so that you would know. Thank you very much. Michael Fjetland. Stay tuned for more.